Good evening. It is I, Herbert, Lord of Steam, Herpaderp, standing right here in front of my diesel locomotives. Yes. I don't know if I ran the appropriate ads. I'm gonna say no. I think I might have accidentally pressed 1 minute ads, which only eliminates pre-rolls a little bit, but good enough. It won't let me run any more ads, so obviously I've done something. I've got here, look, I am the Lord of Steam. My nice little steam engine waiting here. I've got the train for, I think, it's been a while since I played this, for the last bit of track to the rest of the railway, I think. But I want this to go past. I want this to go past, do its business, and come back before sending this through, because I think it needs to occupy the track this will need. We've got this set to AI. We will stop that. Well, Lord of Steam sounds much better than Lord of Piss, right? Yeah, I suppose. If I'm going to be a Lord of something, I'd prefer Steam over Piss. What I'm going to do is roll this forward. Gently. Look at how gentle I'm being. And it should be okay to have this on the front, because I know there are other stuff for silver at the other end that I'll need to couple my engines to. I'll be saving myself a movement or two. And somebody left that sitting there with the handbrake off. I did have a quick... I did load the game earlier and have a quick look to see if there was any updates or changes, and I'm pretty sure I've got nothing urgent coming up behind this train. But I do have to set the passenger train in motion. Otherwise, the passengers will be very cross. Ah. Ah. Someone did this? Hit this someone in the Richard. Yeah, I will, later. Oakley dokley. You should be okay to remove this first. You can just go on down the line, I think. I should check Hewitt, just in case. Okay, so those are filling. We'll only need to do drop-offs here. Drop off some poops in the toilet. That wasn't very funny, Herbert. Jerk. See, this is the engine with the silver empties, I guess. Ready to go. Maybe there's something over here. Nope. Nope. Must have shunted that early last time I played. There's stuff at the interchange. This needs to be dealt with. Whee! Maximum speed forward. We'll just assume that everything's all lined up for him. And that he doesn't need any... He should be fine on coal and water for a while. There should also be a train running up to here. This one, right there. And because he's made it there, it's probably safe to assume that he's no fool and hasn't gone the wrong way or derailed or anything. Woo, 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 woo. I did read that they're updating this game. It's on an experimental release at the moment. I figured I'm not going to play that. But apparently they're adding waypoints for AI train drivers. And they'll switch all of the switches on the way for themselves. Which I thought was fantastic. Oh, la-di-da. His railroad manager is afraid of train crashes. What a baby. I'm not a baby. Why are you stopping here? Is it because... It's because that is set. Which is fair. I think... We've still got that small switcher up the other end of the line. That will come back through here with them. We're not going to be able to stop under the water tower without clearing a bit and clear that. Someone responsible for stopping the train. Bloody someone. Not me. I'm just responsible for telling it what to do. It's not my... it is my problem, isn't it? It's my problem if it disobeys. It's up to me to dish out the punishments. Yes. Fill me up, large boy. Okay, that's ready. I will not assume this is ready. I will go and look. Wasn't ready. Was probably set up for Loggy Boy. And Loggy Boy doesn't need to move at the moment. Tiny bit of shunting to do here. What was that last notification? 69 arrived at Dildo Bro. Good. Maybe we won't give it a high speed, just in case. He knows the whistle codes. That is moving as intended. Seems to be working fine. There's not much point in backing up and getting those yet. Well, there's probably going to be some inbounds here. Well, he's probably been sitting here for a long time. Yeah, that was the whistle code for, is the stove shut down? And it wasn't. The person's house is burnt down. That's unfortunate. It was a very, very gentle boop. Not enough to do a couple. I keep forgetting that you can... I've actually forgotten how to bring up the little... There. You press Z for that. That's neato. Be nice if they had a similar thing for the cocks. Fix the cocks. You forgot? But they call you Herbert Remembrance Herpaderp. Oh yeah. Well, that's foolish of them. Now what do I do? Let's switch to go over here because I came from here. Must be the reason, because there's nothing here for me to collect. That means this train is ready. I think. Ready enough. You'll go along here, or you have two to pick up here. Make that easy by aligning that against it. That'll make it easy, surely. You approach as if you are using screw-link buffer couplings. I am! Either that or I don't want to damage my stuff by slamming into it. I know how the game works. It doesn't always automatically open and close the cocks, but what I'm talking about is the ones on the ends of the wagon. You can't just click them. You have to get annoyingly close, and sometimes you have to drag them like a whole bunch of times. This one is working incorrectly. Now I need that other train, which I noticed and encountered a fusee. I have a fallen sprue that is now partially obscuring that corner of the screen. Terrible. Okay. Maybe have a think about what we're doing here. Thinking? Never done that before. Feck! That was for the park service back there that I picked that empty up from. Man, is ready enough more as ready or less as ready? Why not both? Okay, these go in there. That's easy. And the rest is for further down the line. We'll take that with us, of course. Traditional whistle codes for get out of my way, I'm a train. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. $1,200 hours. That is a lot of hours. I don't know how many I've got. Probably closer to 400. Let's dare to let the train roll and have a look. 375 hours. Okay, well, switch that just because. I want to leave. And maybe when we're done here, I'll try to remember to leave that one there. And then, if we're lucky, try to remember to pick it back up on the way through. Let's open those hatches. That's probably what they want. Is that on the... I try to make sure to use the switch list. This is probably not the way they intended the switch list to be used. I just add everything that's parked in a siding onto it. Surely leaving this here won't cause any problems. Until I want to run around there and push those forward. That's for somebody else to worry about. Not using the switch list as intended? Damn, Herbert, can't you do something right? One time only? No. It's, against the law. I'm a criminal. Excuse me. Probably should be paying enough attention to realize I've got my brakes on with the throttle up, and that's not how it will work. Yeah, look, now they're role-playing that they're loading their hoppers. I did read that the next update would include loads for gondolas. Don't know if they mentioned covered hoppers, but that would be cool. And now we smash into this. It belongs to BO Railway. The stinkiest railway. I can't read ampersands for what it's worth. these... Oh, look. They're almost in a helpful order. If that wasn't in the way. Because that's going to have to come out first, eventually. It's almost full. And it's still not bad. You can just shove the whole lot in there and be done with it. The train likes to take part in the music. I have to keep looking to see if my hand is on the Z button. Might be a little quick. That's fine. It's efficient because it's faster. I'll help you by opening the door. What a helper. Okay, that, and I will remember to foul the main with this gondola. And not push those off screen. Yeah, you will remember. And fly like a bird. Look at that. Look, I'm flying like a bird. Best damn bird there ever were. And if my train crew doesn't remember how to not crash into rolling stock, there'll be a problem. Yeah, you might want to put a brake on those. Exactly what I was thinking. I'm going to use this to take away the inbound stuff, and we can send the diesels right back out again. That probably means we're going to want the HAaaa train ready to be picked up too. 666, the number of the piss. That's exactly it. Hey Pug, how you doing? Maybe I should stop before I foul the block. What am I even looking at on the map? I'm looking at the wrong part of the map. Okay. Do I even want to take this back and fill it up? Maybe, how do I check? $72.2 tons of repair parts sounds like a lot, but I do often use this place for repairs. So maybe I'll just get them another boxcar full. Stop being greedy and tight with my money. Why is Piss 69 stopping? Is it? I think I know why. Well, we'll let it sit for a moment. Passengers will enjoy the waste of their time. They haven't got anywhere to be. They're on the train to be on the train. Well, it is tempting to just send this off without any... Should probably connect the air hose up, actually. Nope, that's the other end. You ding-a-ling. Connect this air hose up. And then check HAaaa jukt. Someone's looking at a red board. Okay, we got the train to come back here. It looks like I left it obscuring that track a bit. That's annoying. We'll use this line. And then we have to look at old number 69. Hauling the chud. it doesn't automatically select and follow it for you. You have stopped because of reasons. That are... Hang on, why is one of those red? It's for future Herbert to worry about. Could be because I left that. We've probably still got an obstruction at Ela. And CPIS 69 is moving again. We've solved their problem. They call me Herbert, the problem solver. Okay, they don't usually add the word solver, but it's nice to think they might. Dear passengers, today the Chud is late because our manager doesn't know what to do. Don't throw me under the bus. The train driver should have known what to do. We'll work this one out later. I don't know which way we're going to send the Chud when it eventually gets down here. Lined up properly here. Still a lot of shunting to do here too. Man, last time I played the game, I only played half a day, I suppose. Everything's safe and good, I assume. But paying them in lettuce only doesn't give them access to the best employees. You don't need the best employees. You just need ones that will do exactly as they're told without any questions. Okay. I'll bring the entire train with me so I can put that on the other end. There we go. That means he has to move slightly less. Z, not button. There we go. Excuse me. I used too many brakes. Now I need to use more throttle. Why am I so bad at everything? Herbert, hold yourself back. That was the whistle code for kill your neighbors at once. I know. Were you expecting a warning for that kind of signal? Do it immediately. FBI, that was in fact a joke, if you are listening. Do not kill your neighbors. You want to select the locomotive, not a random boxcar, Herbert. I keep forgetting that you can use the map to change the points now. It's been that way for months. Easy does it. I'll send this down the line and I can deal with it as I'm ready. Whoopsie doodle, I didn't switch that. I thought I switched it. But then I do think a lot of things. Many of which are inaccurate. Why are you moving? Did I... Did I not apply any brakes? That's okay, I want you to move. Reverse in this case, because... Wait, which engine is... It's probably 6969 that you've got running the thing. There and now, we will absolutely remember that there's a gondola. There's a piece of rolling stock on the main line here. And we'll stop accordingly. We'll definitely stop accordingly. Piss Railroad, safest railroad. Well known for, why have you stopped there? You can go past that. Signal? What? Why do I have to tell everybody what to do? We don't need to worry about no stinking signal. Keep honking. Just do your job. We'll remember something at some point now. Eventually. When we go past that train, we'll send it down here. And I will I'll send the Chud to Alaka first. Seems wise, which is what I'm all about. Being wise. Can I get past there without... You know, I could just take the handbrake off of that and roll it forward. It's on a hill. Piss has stopped at... Piss 69 has stopped at a signal again. Can't you idiots just ignore the signals on your own? Fuck. I have to do everything. What am I, your dad? I am disappointed. I guess this one's my fault. I left that throne. Goodbye. Now we won't bump into anything.
I'm in danger.
You sure are, Ralphie. Didn't switch the switch, Herbert. I left it that way as a test for myself. Yeah. You know that's bullshit. Man, we're gonna have a really long train to Silver today. It's been a while since I played, so I can't remember if that was the norm. I think it was. Maybe. Nah, I was gonna say maybe I just add this lot onto the coal train when it leaves, but that's already going to be long enough. Test failed. Man. One of these days, I'll pass the test. That's too quick. You're gonna do yourself a mischief if you smash into them at like 10 k's an hour. Or miles an hour, or whatever way we're using here. Probably what I want to do is leave that exactly like that. And now what are you doing? I I knew you were stopping for that. Let's set this so that when the chud comes through, it'll go through there without having to change anything. Because the chud will get here before anything else, probably. That should be on the end of the train. Let's put that on the end. I should have put the fusee before the switches. Let's make you backwards for a moment. I was wondering why he turned the throttle off, idiot. Oh, we had 68 fares. That could have been nice. One person evaded fares. Honk. Hey, fatty cat tubby bottom, how you doing? How does my switch list look? Switchy? This game is off the rails! It sure is. Actually, I shouldn't say it, but I'm doing a pretty good job staying on the rails. Herbert Choo Choo Erpeder. That's what they call me. Let's move up to this. Why is it honking? I didn't honk. Now I'm honking. Why have I stopped? Is the grade that steep there? 7%, 0.7%. I got a brake on or something? Have I got a burnt out bearing? Your engine drivers learned from you. Now they know their most noble task is to honk. That is true. You gotta honk if you want to be a success. That's what this is all about. They are honking by themselves. Good job. You haven't been given an instruction. Now to make sure we put that where it needs to go. Let's switch against it just in case they forget that they need to stop at the flare. About the famous MG3 gunner. Does the gunner have the G3 pouches as well? No, he has the S3 pouches. Everyone knows that. For sauerkraut. Ha 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 ha. One handbrake applied. Where? That was probably when I coupled up to that other car. I know what's going on. Oh, we haven't dealt with this fellow. He needs to have his train cut in half. Or else we end up with a half-loaded train. Next to the water bottle / sauerkraut buckets. Who would carry water when they could be carrying sauerkraut? We are not going to crash into the end of the line thingy. Gonna stop in a reasonable distance. Not there. I'm just gonna leave that there because that's all this engine does. They call him Pulpwood Peter. Oh, Peter! Or something. It's gonna be a moment before that gets to where it's going. And this is arriving here. I'm sure the mines would appreciate getting their new rolling stock in now. Don't go, those don't go to the mines. I wish they would arrange it so that it was easier to shunt into the correct places. But no. We'll let old Herbert do that. Actually, that goes in there, and that one goes all the way down there. I'll use that engine for this. Probably. This is not the locomotive I want to be using. What have I done? It's fine. You probably crashed that into the end of the thing, though. That could be just the amount of wear and damage they already had. Or I could have done 3% damage to them. It's fine. Nobody saw anything. MG3 gunner said no personal weapon like a pistol. Can't you just use the MG3 as a personal weapon? Guess the answer to that is no, don't be stupid, Herbert. Mine one is to the left, yes. Ass, stop rolling. There's got to be a better way to deal with this. I could shunt them around in the yard, but I don't think I will. And there's only 3 for mine one. Diverging west of west doesn't mean learn to speak English, Herbert. Does that mean that? That means he's nearly ready to be dealt with. Almost. I'm sure this is safe to just leave those sitting there. Okay. The boxcar is behind the locomotive, which means it will be at the front when I shove all of this in here. That's kind of not really where I want it. But it is what it is, as the kids say. Perfect. Look at how well I planned that. A heavy Carl Gustav AT weapon. Isn't that like one of those gigantic rail guns? Or am I thinking of something else? I would really enjoy for one of those to be included in an MG3 team. Look at that. We got here late, but it's still timely. Why isn't it moving forward? Because the throttle is at 0. I knew that. So a PZF-44 is a perfect for our team. The Carl Gustav anti-tank weapon is a shoulder-launched weapon. I still choose to believe it was the gigantic one. Maybe that was something else, Carl. I should probably make sure that this train is going to not do something stupid. If we set that like that, it won't go anywhere out of the way. It'll be fine. We don't need to worry about it. Nothing needs to be worried about on Piss Railroad. It's all perfect and very, very, very safe. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. I don't know if it makes a difference where I apply the handbrake on this one, but if we put it on at the end, they won't start rolling away when that one gets taken away. That's what I'm thinking. Should be able to just take the handbrake off and let it roll into the little switch spot. That's perfectly safe. It's not going to speed up that much. Just a bit more, please. More! That'll do. We can leave that there because it won't be needed until the next day. Clear. What was that notification? Deliveries that I just made. I knew that. And we take old... We use this old vintage engine for switching. How do I want it? Go backwards. We need to get this done before the chart arrives, which should take a fair while, in fact. And then we need to have this aligned like that for the goods train to stop there and pick more shit up. Look at me thinking several steps ahead. I don't want to go too fast. We might destroy our old vintage engine. Okay. Didn't release the handbrake, you fool. Would have been a bit nicer if they weren't. If that was on the other side of the engine. I'm good at words. You should be able to post a link without requesting permission. I should change that back though. That'd stop all of those best viewer bots. This is just going to make me have to run my engine around a few... Is that damaged? No, it's just brown for some reason. Maybe they've added some weathering. Or maybe I'm just not remembering how the game looked in the past. It has been many months since I played. Why is this music so tense? Oh look, something we have to pull out. Yeah, pull out. Am I even putting this in the right place? That's a little bit annoying that I have to pull the other one out before putting this one in. I mean, I could leave it there. We don't have an outbound train until the next day. Green, because it's a go train. Yes, I know how things work. Okay, so that's only just filled up, or yeah, it just filled up. The waybill was generated 5 minutes ago. That's why I didn't know I had to take it out. Hitting it with something 20 meters away. I guess the Uzi is like a spray and pray weapon, just like it is in games. Thought for a second that I hadn't switched that track. Wounds were regulations. The Uzi was for personal defense, not for combat. Wouldn't defending yourself kind of be combat though? Or is that just like a technicality of some sort? It's not for official combat. It's for combat you're doing on your own time. There's still a while before the chud gets here. We can leave that like that. Please stop. I'll check up on 667 later. I'm sure it's not in any trouble. A pistol with more bullets and sustained fire. That does sound good for personal combat. Switch that there, so if we do send something down there, we don't have a crash. That'll be ready to go soon. Would be kind of silly to sit there waiting for it, though. And you know me. I don't do silly things. We're all about serious railroading around here.
Are you kidding?
Yes. Silly does silly things. Maybe we don't want to slam into a chemical tanker. I don't know how much 8,000 gallons translates into proper measurements, but it seems like it would be a lot. I don't know what the chemical is, but it's probably the worst kind imaginable. It could be the dreaded dihydrogen monoxide. Hmm. Dang it. My beverage has become depleted. I can just leave that there. That's out of the way. That saves me many seconds of movement. Everything here seems in order. The chud is almost on its way. Good enough. Where is... that one's nearly there too. This down here. Where does that need to go? Oh, so it's not really as in the way as I thought it would be, but still it would have been in the way. No idea if there's even space for all of these cars here. We're gonna give it a whirl. Actually, might put the engine on the other end for a quick escape. X switches between the two recent ones you've selected. Z is the one for bringing up the control-y doodad. You can send the train to Cologne. Ah, Cologne. Why do they want a train full of ballast? I assume that's what that is. Yeah, ballast. They need ballast in Cologne. Might be smart to put water in the engine. There's almost certainly no way that entire train is going to fit. Choo choo. Perfect. imperfect. Dang it. If the engine was facing the other way... I'm gonna stand on the whistle. Ah, it burns. I'm a smart man. In Cologne, they need everything they could get. Well, sure, I'll bring them ballast. What are they gonna give me? Is it nothing? The most brutal gift of all? Oh, the Chud has collected more money. Good old Chud. Helps keep the old piss railroad in business. Get blasted with smoke, idiot. There's probably a good thumbnail for the next stream highlights video in there somewhere. That's an engine orc. He helps. Good thing the brakes work, otherwise we would have had a smashed flat wagon. Did that just ignore me clicking release handbrake? That's so rude. So rude. I was thinking about switching to the same type of engine. This one for the one that is always here. To cycle it through the repair shop, but the other one's 98% damage and this one's 99, so maybe I don't need to. The stream changed to another channel without me doing anything. I know that because I heard the streamer say he's happy the brakes work. I wouldn't say that. Brakes are for chumps. I don't want my brakes to work at all. In fact, if they let me, I would just uninstall them. Throw them in the bin. Maybe we... No, leave that set that way. You know what? Maybe we put the flat cars in there first, just in case they need those first. If that makes sense. I don't know if there is a particular order in which they do things. There we go. Perfect. That is horrible. What is horrible? Brakes? I know. Look at that. Got 4 too many. Bunch of jerks. And people say running wild, not breaking wild. Exactly. The band Running Wilds would be plain boring if they were called Breaking Wild. What is my next task? Probably sending this one on its way. The chud has already gone through, yes. Don't go backwards. I mean, do go backwards, but don't go that way. Set this so the chud can go back through later. Premier passenger train, the chud. Tickets are only like $1. That shitty little someone has made a mistake again. Because you haven't hit someone in the Richard. Man, I knew I was failing in some regard. Why did you stop? You aren't... There's no brakes on. And you're on a downward grade. You better not have any hot boxes. It should tell me if there are. Wait a second. Has it been fighting? It's been cut out an MU, but it was set to. Well, that chair moved. Is that what happens when you? Was it the chair moving, or did I imagine that? Oh, look. Aha! That's pretty neat. Anyway, you should be selected. That really should be on the end. No, I did decide that I was going to send that one off to be filled, didn't I? Yes. Go! $1 for a near-death experience? Like going in the Titan submersible for a burger. Well, I mean, certain people will do that sort of thing. You pays your money, you takes your chances. I know I should be charging more for the near-death experience of the Chud, but I like it to be accessible. The Chud hasn't derailed for quite some time. Why is... Because you're pressing the wrong buttons, Herbert. I'll try to open everything I can. Switch that way for the coal train when it eventually leaves. Bryson still hasn't been switched. Now, do we... There is plenty of red tag cars to go away. And that might mean that I've already done half the switching over here. That's what it means, and I forgot all about putting that back into the right place. Oh, what a dipshit. Look, the chair moved, and now, children, you know why he's called Herbert, easily amused Erpaderp. Yeah, it is pretty damn easy to amuse me. Nothing wrong with that, though. Might as well. Have I got an engine ready for it? No. Yes. Ready enough. Good old Piss 80. Hero of Piss Railroad. Goes there. That goes to the hardwoods. My engine has rolled away. Ah, I'm responsible. That's moving too quick. That's moving too slow. Take a while for that goods train to get here, but I want it to come in on this line. And it will, as long as I don't ask about too much. Herbert being responsible, meaning did not kill people because a train was rolling backwards without knowing. Well, if they got run over by it, it's their own fault. It's a rattly old steam locomotive. They should hear that coming. Looking for a job at Piss Railroad? You're responsible, ambitious, and ready to be busy? Go away. Fuck off. We don't need your kind round here, making the rest of us look bad. Please stop. You have to slide the handbrake slider, or independent brake slider, before it works, Herbert. Sometimes it just doesn't register that you've clicked and dragged something, which is kind of annoying. We've still got this sitting here, so we can use that to maneuver the car for here. That's easy. It's important that the doors are open to let the hobos in. Too fast. Neato. That's all how we want it, probably. Which is good because he's here. On the wrong friggin' line. I would have sworn I switched that. That would be a great movie. Not Too Fast and Honkius. I'd probably not go and see it. Slow down a bit more, please. That I've heard of that happening a few times where people are too good at the job and like weren't a fit for the team, which I can understand. I'm not somebody who wants to work harder at a shitty job that I don't like. But I'm also somebody who doesn't want to sit around doing nothing all day, because that sucks. Part 2 of the series would be stick to the speed limit and pay your taxes. Help. That's the herb way. I mean, I do pay taxes, but speed limit? I definitely stick to that all the time. I would never go even 1 kilometer an hour over the speed limit. Nobody put a handbrake on those. Okay, how many tons is that one? How much of a train have we got? Probably close to 2,000 tons all up. Plenty of honking. Maybe I shouldn't have braked so much. GTW, that stands for Giant Turd Western. And MEC stands for Mega Extreme Crap. I know my railways. I mean, railroads. Hey, we got only 1,446 tons. No, that's feet. We got 2,130 tons. We're a heavy boy. No problem for these beasts, I assume. The brown cars look like my shit going through my belly. You shouldn't have shit in your belly. You should see a doctor, if that's the case. There is a remarkably high number of poop brown rolling stock, though. Not my rolling stock. Mine's nice and pink. Pretty sure I want to get this fellow out of here before that freight train comes through. In fact, that's probably not going to happen. Okay, I guess that's nearly empty. I don't know if that's loading or unloading though. Probably unloading. I guess I get the loads out, the red ones out first. Look, Herbert opens all the doors. What a hobo-friendly railroad. We are charging them fees to ride the cars though. Well, you know what I mean. Intestines is too hard to type, but you just typed it there. This way first. Wang. But one hobo hates the railroad. It's Gravel Face Freddy. Nobody knows why. Probably somebody made fun of him and his face. Your face looks like the ballast. Freddy, you gravelly-faced fuck. Intestine is hard. You do not know the amount of sweat and brain cracking it took. Fair. I'll allow it. That'll be fine, just rolling away, probably. Flawless victory, I assume. Perhaps Gravel Face Freddy got his name because his face has seen a lot of the gravel. Maybe. Hopefully it's not in an unfortunate way. He just looks at the gravel, doesn't get his face rubbed in it. And belly sounds more like the fat bastard. Get in my belly! I remember, fat bastard. He was fat and a bastard. Damn it, my drink is empty. I do have water under things. Under my hat. Not uncoupling. Terrible. Seen gravel, like a gravel rash. If he was slim and nice, they would have called him Slim Nice Guy. There was, I can't remember what it was now. There was a guy running around saying, I'm a cool and nice guy. I think it was a game where you murder people. I was reminded of that. And amused. It's me, cool and nice guy. That's too fast, isn't it? We got all of this done just in time to meet Mr. Longboy. These two cars do go onto that train, so I might as well just leave them here and send this down the line. I think I did cause damage by letting that roll too quick. Or somebody else did it. I wanted to roll through there without coupling up to that. Goodbye! I'll pick those boxcars up in a moment. What do I need to do here? Nothing. Probably. They'll be there for a while. We can just collect those with the big train. In here. And do some kajiggering. I want to get here. I know what I'll do. Probably. Did one of those just change? That's annoying to get to. Maybe I'll leave it there for the coal train in the evening. I'm a thirsty boy. Always hydrate. Thank you for dropping by, Silly. I hope you have an excellent time doing whatever you're doing. Maybe you're passing brown boxcars through your belly. More brakes, please. I don't know what the speed that you will cause damage is, but I think it's around 5. That was this morning. Shit was everywhere in the potty. Well, I sure hope you cleaned up. Why am I... Is this even a grade? It is a grade. 0.4%. That's why they were rolling away. 2 big engines to pull 2 carts. That's efficient. Well, it's just to pick them up and put them on the rest of the train. They do just pull it away with the handbrake applied really easily, though. And that's a gosh darn convenience. Not couple correctly? Or are these... They don't have the air hose done up. That would explain 1 or 2 things. Okay, we go here. Tell you to pass signal. There's still more shit to do down here. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. Well, it's not gonna hurt to have the big train come in while that's waiting. Probably. Should be fine. Why is it stopped for a fusee? Because you put a fusee there to stop it earlier, Herbert. Dang it. Why couldn't you have one to be picked up on the other end? You fucking dog cunts. Actually, I've got stuff to go here, so that's probably fine. We'll take away that fusee, in fact, because that's going to cause problems later. Locust pin code. We'll get that done before the long train gets there. And this is a no problems at all stream. Yep. No problems at all. Except when there is a problem. No, don't select that. You want to keep that. No. I want that to go straight through. And that goes in the siding. You're gonna be in the way. You will no longer be in the way. That didn't work as I'd hoped. I did shift click the thing, but it decided, you know what? I'm just gonna not do that. Fuck you. Now you're gonna have to connect air up and pump the brakes up. You wretched dog. Is that not... This is some very victorious sounding music, which is definitely appropriate for me. B1. That means that lot has to be pulled out for it to go in. I don't have time for that. I mean, I do have time for that. I just don't want to, I guess. So, we do have to do actions in Orange Town before the long freight train gets here anyway, so maybe I do have plenty of time. In fact, I'll stop here and set about starting with that. The move would be to bring the loads out first. Probably. That seems efficient. Why are you stopping? You don't need to stop at signals. What do you think this is, a safe railway? I mean, I didn't say anything. If you don't want to do what the game wants you to do, you will have problems playing the game, I guess. No, not me. I can do whatever I want. It'll be fine. Actually, how many empties do I have? 3. That's perfectly fine. None of those are nearly full. I do appreciate that they loaded all of that lot instead of just random, so I can pick all of those up at least. The fun part is switching here and you get to see the big train come in. Neat. I'm a fucking dork. So, as being a space trucker, you wanted to leave your truck while it was running still. Yeah. Yeah, I was sick of having a truck, and I just wanted to take a vacation in the nice, refreshing vacuum of space, away from everything. What a busy railway we have indeed. Brakes didn't go on. The slider ignored my click. Ah, space. No phone calls, no Wi-Fi. Just relaxing. Yep. I do think... I think I read that Space Truck has got an update where... I read something where they were thinking of changing the battery life or something, and air filter... and then I did see there was an update. No idea if they actually implemented those changes that were mentioned in a blog or whatever it was, where they were talking about feedback they received. I should try it again, because that's a really good game. It's a good concept of a game. The whole battery and air filter thing kind of makes it a bit awful. But it's a really good game. A good idea for a game. I'm going to have enough... Of course I'll have enough room to do what I want to do. I planned it out perfectly, with no errors or flaws in my plan. I think that might be slightly too quick there, buddy. Doesn't really matter the way I do it, as long as those two get connected to that lot. Why are you honking? Stop honking, you shitheads. I thought I heard them doing that. You know, I'm going to take away your automated drivingness. Stop honking. Only I may honk. Stop rolling. Did I switch that? No, of course I didn't switch that. No, yeah, that's the way we want to go. Ass piss tits. Only you may roll. Yeah, only I may roll. But what about dice? They roll too. And rock. Rock rolls too. Well, I guess they can roll if they want. They're pretty cool. I'll allow it. Let's not do too much smashing. This BO car will start stinking if you disturb it too much. Don't need to worry about a handbrake, that's for chumps. continue that way. I'll let that sit for a moment. I'll get money quicker from this one getting its cars into position. Excuse me. It's nearly time for logs. Jam on the brakes. I feel like I don't ding enough. I do a lot of honking, but not much dinging. Some good dinging there. That's enough dinging for one day. Jam on the brakes? I put jam on bread only. Yeah, well, some people like it on brakes, you know? Everyone's different, everyone's got their own tastes. Oh, $210 dues. Nice. Well, this can sit here. Its next maneuver is probably going to be to pull some of them out. Didn't work. I did definitely try to slide the brakes on, but it was like, no, fuck you. No braking. Oh, I left the throttle on that. That's a bit silly. $210. You are rich now. Game over. Yes. I do have like $45,000 and I was going to spend that on something in particular. I think I was going to buy a new locomotive for when I open the steep part of the line. I think I need a helper. Ding, 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 crash. That adds another several hundred tons. That's quite heavy. We must be getting close to 3,000 tons by now. This is why my pickup goods? I don't know what you would call this type of train. A local? This is why it has 2 locomotives. It always seems to have more cars on it than it does going out in the morning. You need 2 horses to tow it. Man, I can't afford horses. Ick. This car has the ick. I have to be close to open the doors. That. Otherwise, we will have trouble coming down the hill on the other side of the mountain. We are 2,610 tons, 1,858 feet, 41 cars, including 2 locomotives. That's a proper train, it is. I do kind of wish the caboose wasn't too much of a pain in the ass to put on and take off trains. Because I like trains with cabooses and brake vans. It's not practical. I see inevitable Cologne. That's what that stands for. We know our railroads. Now we try and get this shunting done before the large boy gets down here. Should be doable. Should. The famous last words. It's not a lot to be doing, so it should be fine. We just got to get the Locust Pinco ones in place. We don't even need to pick the empty up with that train. We just need to be out of its way. What I'll do is I'll put this on here because I don't think I can fit those 2 on there. That'll do. Herty birty birty bird. Herty burpy burpy burp. Wilmot House track. Oh, piss. Don't have anything to go to Wilmot. Wilmot be here. We'll need to stop here. That's almost full of schist. We don't worry about that. Good thing I looked at that switch list. That could have been a very, very minor inconvenience. AKA the worst possible kind of inconvenience. I don't know what this one at Whittier is. Now I do. Oh fuck, we forgot those. That's fine. Pick them up another day. Man, I'm the worst railroadsman ever. They're probably going to get in the way next time I have to switch that area. But it'll be a fun challenge, as the kids say. So that's going the wrong way. I'm probably getting tired. It is after midnight. That's why I'm being terrible at the game. That's why. Thank you for dropping by, Trekan. I hope you have fun doing things. I'm going to have fun getting rich based on who looks down on his employees. Not me. I don't look down on them. I'll see you next time. I should probably end very soon. I've heard there is a steam train passing through a local station tomorrow at 9 something in the morning. No other information given, but I would like to go and try and get a video of that. Believe it or not, I think steam trains are pretty cool. Wrong way. For the record, paying them in lettuce isn't real payment. You fucking what? You take that back. That's blasphemy. Now we can just shove the whole lot back in there. It'll work. It'll work because I want it to work. Tiny bit more, please. We need to get old Feck into the right position. You should be fine to run your ass all the way to Locust Pinco. Which is like here. going to trust the fusee to work today. It'll work. We want that to go there. We'll put the loads there. Pull that out and that'll be a nice simple maneuver. I hope. You stopped a bit short, dipshit. Go! I don't care if you weigh 3,000 tons. You should be moving immediately. Okay, that has recently been added to the list. That just emptied because that wasn't there before. So we do need to switch that end now. Not now, but they are red where they weren't red before. Or one of them is anyway. This one, they don't matter. We can do them tomorrow. Tomorrow in-game. I might not play this tomorrow. I probably won't play this tomorrow. Might as well just stop it with the independent brakes. Probably don't really need to stop it there. I might have stopped it a bit closer so I could block that road crossing as much as possible. I'm competent. I was expecting it to take a lot longer to stop. Can't oil stuff while it's moving. I'm just gonna have to hope none of it develops a hot box. Shouldn't do. It's all 97-ish%. I did have a hot box on something that was 90-something% when they first introduced it, which I think, pretty sure was a bug. And boy, was it annoying. 90, that's still good enough. PIS 1200 is in position. These all seem okay. This is the important one. That's my property. Not enough dicking about. We're wasting time here. And time is money, as I understand. Wait. I was trying to... the little walkway goes up and down. That's neat. I like those little features. What I really wanted was to throw the switch, which I'm obscuring. I wonder how long ago the Chud made it to Alaka without me realizing. Fuck. No accidents here. Not today, Satan. Ah, fuck, says Satan. Next time, buddy. Undo that and send these folks on their way. That's... I don't know if that was a feature on these engines last time I played. They did take away the opening and closing hood doors though. They don't open anymore. I'm sure there's a good reason for it. And that reason is to mildly bother Herbert. Okay, here we are. You on the switch list. We'll take you off the switch list. Nice and gentle. That's why they call me Gentle Herbert. The gentleman. It's not both the same place. Yep. I wouldn't make mistakes. And the way I'm doing this, hopefully, those will get unloaded and loaded last, so these will be at the front when they need to be taken away. Hopefully. Trying to save myself some time in the future. And that stopped quickly. That's gonna crash, isn't it? Better fucking not, you dog. Perfect. What am I kicking? A box. Look at that, we've made that, we've done that with plenty of time to spare. Old fucking Choo Choo is going real slow over the hill because for some reason it's very heavy. Oh no, that one's only 54% oiled. Man, what a pain in the arse that must have been in the old days. It is a kind of interesting mechanic to have in the game. A little bit annoying from time to time. Because if you do get a hot box, you're restricted to 15 miles an hour. Unless you manually drive the train faster. And if you do that, it causes more damage. This seems good. Let's have a look at how this is doing. That's actually doing pretty quickly. I don't think it's on the grade yet. Oh, it is on 1% grade. That's not a huge grade up here, but for a 3,000 ton train, it's a bit. Just 1%. Thought it was steeper. I know the grade on the new section that I haven't unlocked yet is like 4% or something ridiculous like that. It's no real challenge for my mighty GP9s. Or are they GP7? They're GP9s. No challenge for my beastie locomotives. Okay, we're ready to come down with the switcher through here. We want to get them. That. Nothing else needs dealing with. We'll come up here and we'll have to stop here. I think the way to do this will be to let that roll along. And detach the boxcar there and then run around. I've got this, probably. Disregard the speed limit. This won't have loaded up yet, but it's getting close. Kinda. Not really. Not even close. I could send this fellow down the line to pick up those 3 wagons that I forgot earlier. I will do that because otherwise I'll forget and it will be annoying. And I'll be all confused next time I play as to why those are still sitting there. Be empty for a while. They won't need to go for a while. Should consider giving this engine what it needs. That being fuel and oiling its bearings. It's only 98% worn. Probably let it load for a while. And then pull it forward and then run it back through there. Because we're almost out of water. And very low on coal. And by very low I mean not really that low, but kind of low. Annoyingly low. Enough that it will probably run out before I get to the next location. Which would be annoying. This is going to take a while, isn't it? Oh, they're loading up their mow machinery. Mow machinery, mow problems, as the youth say. Okay, this is going to be a bit fiddly. Would have been better if those were at this end. Could be worse. The trick is going to be getting that out. That'll fit. I can just push that all the way back. Couple onto those. Unhook them. Kajigga these into that one at least. I know. I'll be able to do that perfectly safely with no danger. But I think I'm mostly going to wait for... Oh, I don't have to wait. He's in place now. I want to get this end done. Because all the stuff at the other end is for the next train to... Next local train to deal with. That could have been disastrous if I didn't realize that was done that way. Our first ever disaster on the Piss Railroad, that could have been. That's probably... We'll just slow you down a little bit. That one is probably actually going too fast. Don't want to go too fast. That's how we have a mischief and fall off the tracks. I hear. I would never do that myself. Don't leave the throttle all the way open, you stupid fuck. Somebody didn't leave the handbrakes on those. Somebody else. So what was that? I didn't... Oh, I must have just stopped in the zone for that. They thought their coal had arrived. Idiots. I hear horns. I hear them a-honking. It's because the hefty boy is right here. That's a neat little scene. I wish I had a more powerful computer to make it all full of trees and high-level graphics, but I don't. It's still neat, though. I like trains. I just think they're neat. You'd better be on the list. You are. I'll leave that switcher there. Make sure that he gets up into the interchange. Put it over on that way, road first. I'll take over from here, driver. I know what I'm doing. This is too long for one road, so we're gonna have to split it up. Hopefully there'll be enough room left for the coal train when it comes down later, without having to wait for after the interchange. It makes things more annoying. It's approaching Bryson East. You shouldn't be going that far. Ah. You silly fucking cunt. Go back the other way. I must have switched that wrong. First time Herbert's ever made a mistake. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum. We'll make sure we don't roll too far forward. Don't stop. Keep going. Nuts. I don't think it stopped long enough to trigger the "you have arrived" thing, and thus payments. Just in there. It's kind of annoying how it doesn't do it all in one big chunk. One big payment chunk. Because I can't add up multiple payments. I don't know how to count. I did do it all in one, just the little notification doesn't show you all in one. That's $21.69. Ha ha! What do we get for the rest of the train? That's still another 15 cars. There's a bit of room. Room enough for the 3 or 4 cars that Switcher has attached to it. And a couple of coal hoppers, just in case. That's another 1159. Uncouple that. Take these engines away and put them into the servicing area for fuel and 5% repairs. They'll probably become the coal train engines on the next day. give them a road into Dildo Bro. Wrong one. That. Should actually go there and put a fusee down. That'll stop them. Oh, there is a fusee there. Wonderful. I planned that ahead on purpose. Get them fixed. It won't take long, but they will need fuel also. Maybe not need fuel, but it'd be nice to have them fueled up so when I do inevitably forget about it. Why are you going so slow? Guess you're not going slow, you're going track speed. When I do forget about the fuel for the engines, it'll be way, way later. We still don't need to do anything about the logs. Hello, brothers! They were honking for the road crossing, but I choose to believe they were honking for me. $18 isn't too fast for this switch, surely. Smash cut to cars in the river. Did I open those? I must have. Or do they open them automatically now? No, I must have opened them. I mean, that's totally surprising that I would open the thingies on the hoppers. Me, the person who opens all the boxcar doors. Why have you slowed down? Plenty of room. Okay, uncouple that. I'll leave that there, at least until the coal train comes in, because otherwise I don't really have anywhere to put it that's A, convenient, and B, not in the way of something. Because we need to bring the pulpwood train in here at some point. And these chuckle fucks have arrived-ish. It's kind of annoying that the signal stops them before they get to where I want them to be. Hurry up. "26 might be too quick for switches. I don't know. I just don't want a fire. I haven't had any derailments in this game session. I mean, today, not the entire game session. You know what I mean. I don't want the first one to be my last move. Putting these thirsty boys onto the nice rack. Fuel rack. Close enough. It's filling up. Good enough for me. I'll save. I might as well look at the coal train and see that. That's probably not going to run for hours in game time yet. It usually is not ready until it's well and truly dark. There is now 6 hoppers. I will connect those to the train. Oh, that piss 2158 stopped at Whittier. It bothers me that they leave that angle cock open. It also annoys me that I have to drag it, over and over and over to get it to close. That's good. I will put my little man here. That way, when I start the game, I'll see that first and I'll know what I was doing. Probably. I do intend to play this again soon. I may complete the day before I do my next stream. Maybe not. Just because it's kind of boring. I don't think it's visually interesting at all when it's dark because you can't see anything. We'll see. I haven't played this for a while, but it's been 3 hours and 40 minutes, so you can tell that I'm quite enjoying it, and we'll be playing more of it because that's how old Herbert works. I don't think I'll do a raid. I'm just gonna go away and go to bed. If you're a patron, the next modeling video will probably be ready tomorrow. Should have been ready this evening, but I had a real arse of a time with it and I've not got it even halfway done. I even had to reshoot the ending Spinny Boy video. Anyway, that's for future Herbert to complain about tomorrow. Thank you for watching, take care of yourselves, I'll see you next time. Choo choo, mother hecker.